I think they're from out of El Paso. They gave everybody the kids five to 10 pound fire extinguishers for kids. The Sullivan family, Mark, he's helped me out a bunch. Project Sullivan, they've helped me out. They do all this live broadcast. Thanks to them, otherwise this wouldn't be happening. Grandpa's always been a proud supporter. Now he kind of just sits down and relaxes because I take care of most of it, and you guys help out. He's trying to get Gogo kind of trained and taught about adjusting air pressures and putting on tear-offs because his car was ready, and then something happened with his electrical all of a sudden last minute.
As it was getting on the trailer today.
Loading. So he's going to try to work on that and redo something, figure out why, battery or whatever the reason, and try to come out next weekend.
Just giving out. Well, my nerves are bad.
Again, thank you, Johnstone Supply out of Las Cruces and El Paso. They're the ones that sponsor the truck class. Without them, we wouldn't have any points fund or nothing.
Turn around.
My life's so busy. Between barber school and racing and working full time at the restaurant and back to TRC, and my son, Grant, he went to Tennessee, lucky kid. He went to Tennessee for vacation for the last week, so his grandma's that's he's lucky. I'd rather win. I can't miss barber school. I don't got 6 more months, so stay tuned. We're gonna be jumping in the super truck here in a minute. The sprint cars are gonna be rolling up to staging right now. They have 2 heats, and then we're up first in our heat. Or heat 1 out of 2. We start outside pole. I don't know why they keep starting me in the front of the pole position, which I'm dialing my truck in closer and closer, and it's handling better and better, and my seat time is getting better. So I'm expecting to do really well hopefully tonight, at least in the seat race, and maybe we can get off with our first seat race win tonight in the super truck class. The reason why I run red, white, and blue, kind of off the subject. I'm an American. I've always believed in it. Back out of high school, I was in ROTC 7 semesters out of my 8. I wanted to go into the military, and I went and talked to the recruiter. We were ready to get signed up, and the recruiter, and I'm an honest Dave here. I told him I had cancer whenever I was 7 years old, and the recruiter goes, "Whoa. Enough said. You're no longer eligible to sign up for the military." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Because you have cancer. You are born with the diseases you overseas. So we can't have that liability." He goes, "Now, if something was ever happened later on in life and you have to be drafted, you're still available for the draft." So, since I couldn't go into the military, I wanted to do the best I could and at least support my country by running red, white, and blue. Always running an American flag. And as a matter of fact, upstairs in the announcer stand, they've known me as Captain America.
Before the movies.
Yeah. This was 17 years ago when I first started. I was Captain America. I've always been red, white, and blue. And 5 different cars. Kind of my little story why I run red, white, and blue. I paint my rims half and half, not a yin-yang, half and half, because Grandpa, my dad, was part of a car club in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which that's in Albuquerque was cool. Now it's crap, but that's beside the point. And their car club had half rims like that, and my truck definitely stands out, and it catches everybody's eyes, so it like focuses them on watching me. So I want them to watch me, and hopefully I do better and better every time I come out. That's what I want to do, and that's all we can do. I have a good feeling about tonight. I have a good feeling about this heat race, and more than likely they've been starting us in the heats. The mains, the same as we start in the heat. So that means I might be starting in front of the heat, the main, and I might do pretty good. Who knows? I just gotta put my balls in the freezer, put my steel balls on, and just drive it. Don't take that saying. That came from Orly's dad, Oscar. He said, just put your balls in the freezer and go for it. Don't even worry. So stay tuned. We're gonna. Are they loading up the sprint cars yet? I'm trying to see if they're lining up sprint cars yet. Yeah, the sprint cars are going on right now. I don't know if you can see them, but they're starting to come through. So we're gonna start getting ready too. It will be a minute. So I don't know if you're gonna keep this going live or not, but it takes me about 4 to 5 minutes to get ready, my earbuds in, that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. We're starting a heat race.
What do you want out of this heat race?
I'm looking to stay up front. I have a good feeling about it. I start outside pole and I just want to take off and stay up front. If I finish first, I'll be happy. If I finish second, I'll be happy. As long as I finish, I'll be happy. Then we can run a main event and everybody goes home safe. It's all about safety. So that's my plan.
It's my nerves acting up, so if I don't keep them straight, keeping them bent like this for a long time really gets to hurting them.
Because that thing doesn't do good when I'm driving. It likes to tweak out while I'm driving the side by side.
Well, that tweaks out too. You gotta watch out.
But you do know you have to hold them both, right?
Huh?
You do know that one's a tripod, right?
Well, kind of. If the wind blows it over like it just did a second ago, it's not gonna work very well. So you want to go through and tell them why your car's not out here, Go-Go?
So I was getting. Sorry, that keeps distracting. So I was getting on the trailer last night. Well, let's start with this morning. No, last night. And I was up until like 1:30 trying to figure out why it just wasn't starting. I went and opened the trunk, and there it is. Both my battery terminals disconnected. Or not disconnected, melted, I should say. So I redid the ground with a completely brand new cable and connections. Then I just rehooked up the positive because I didn't think that was the issue. And it happened again. By that time, I'm like, well, I can't really do much else. I'm out of wire connections. And I'm tired. So I went to bed. Woke up about 8:30 this morning. This guy woke me up behind the camera. So we went to start working on the car, and next thing you know, we're running both brand new lines, positive and negative, with brand new connections on both sides, and we still can't get it to run.
And then our live overheated.
And then our line overheated.
Turn on the cameras. I haven't turned them on yet. I'll turn them on over there.
Move, Grandpa! Oh, he's getting in. Now we gotta go catch up. Ha ha, slow pokes! You got time.
So those over there are the real stands. These are the pit stands.
With the worst view, arguably. About that, Grandpa? Second. All right, let's go. Our beautiful side-by-side right there. What a beauty.
I knew that one was going to get hot. That white one?
Did he get hot or did he?
He got hot. Because he had no openings in the front of the radiator. On the grill.
Neither did the leader.
It was the second.
No, the leader.
Oh.
He didn't have anything on open.
The one that was all white.
Yeah, I know, but neither did the black one.
The black one.
Yeah, the one that was winning.
I don't know. I looked at the black one.
That thing looked like it handled pretty good. Look at the 13. That's one that won.
Number 13?
Yeah.
He's the one that... Going around that one curve just like perfect. Turning towards that on deal. Puts the moon, the sun on. Weird.
Give him a minute, Grandpa. Give him a minute. So that was a good race. Looks like that truck was hooking up good, but we'll talk to the driver here in a few. Whenever he's done getting out of the truck, I should say. I'm waiting on this our other cameraman. He chose to walk. I don't know why he likes walking, but yeah. Oh look, there he is! Look who decided to join the party.
Cooking, buddy, cooking. You're doing good.
All right, so maybe I adjusted the floats too much. In the bottom, in the middle of turns 3 and 4, it was spit and sputter because I ran out of fuel. So I gotta go with it. Just maybe I went down too far. I gotta go up again. Just a smidgen. Felt good.
Dude, you were hooking
How far was third place behind me?
pretty far.
Like, really?
And it, yeah.
You're doing good.
And I have more. I gotta get used to the suspension and the way it reacts and
There was a little oversteer. I saw a little oversteer a couple times.
I think it's just the way the steering is. Well, if it's in 3 and 4, it's probably because I ran out of fuel. So whenever the fuel comes back, you gotta re-steer.
Oh.
You can't just stay in the throttle. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't stay in the throttle. If Rabbit would have started where he was supposed to hold, I might have been a better off chance. Because then that guy would have had to get around.
Yeah.
Which is okay.
What happened to Black?
Huh?
What happened to what's his face? That was supposed to start
He never
beside
showed
you.
up?
Really?
The yellow truck?
Yeah.
No, he's over there. I saw his truck. He didn't go race. He might have missed it. I don't know.
Maybe.
Poor Odie, I wish I could help him out. You don't finish races if you don't.
Me and Dylan Harris Racing Life on High says hi. That's a long name, isn't it?
How are you?
Yeah.
Dylan Harris, he races here in Vado Speedway. Nice.
Spuds McKenzie also says hi. I didn't know a dog could type.
So we're here, like I said, we're in Vado Speedway.
I didn't know he's still alive.
We finished second in our heat race in the super trucks. Granted, a lot of the faster trucks are in heat 2.
Yeah, to be fair.
But number 13 is one of the faster trucks also.
The 11, I was running like crap, and then he pulled in with a bunch of cloud white smoke.
Tragic.
Cliff average. Well, hopefully it gets going. Hopefully it's something simple. The trucks and the motor is running good. I just gotta readjust.
Not as hot.
It ran at 200 degrees when I got off the track.
It's better than last.
Well, we got 9 more laps, so next time. But it will be a little cooler. So we'll have to see what happens. I wasn't expecting a track like that because it was almost like 2 lanes. You couldn't go up too high because
It was mud.
there wasn't a whole lot of mud. It was like dry almost.
Really?
It was like dry. Yeah, it was dry dirt.
Dude, I've never seen your left rear come up so high, I will say that.
Was it coming up a lot
Yeah.
high? Yeah, that was
it
the
coming
shocks.
Yeah, it was coming up. You could just see every time he set it into the corner in 3, the left went up, and then it went pop, and then he had to
I
re-steer
did
everything.
have some help a few weeks back from a local racer named Pete Vargas, and he helped me out with some shocks. He goes, dude, I got these old shocks. They're just sitting in a bucket. Take them, try them, see what you like about them. If you like them, I'll give you a good deal on them. Well, give me a damn. I've yet to pay him that good of a deal. No, I went over to his shop yesterday, and he was on a road trip or something. I don't know. So I'll see him next week, and then I message him. But night and day difference in the race truck. From way in the front, pardon my French, way in the back to now second in the heat race is a big deal.
Yeah.
Of a matter of just some old shocks that nobody was using anymore. So if you want to build a race and be semi-competitive, maybe not win, but semi-competitive, and have a fun time with the other drivers right next to them, there's used parts out there that I don't mind running used parts. I built my motor off of used parts. My whole rotating assembly I bought used. So truck this last year has been all used parts. And I've been very thankful that I watch out for the right deals. So I'm able to be semi-competitive. I'm not expecting to win top 3. I know
I'm expecting you to
my
win.
chassis knows top 3. My motor, I think, can do it with the right driver, with me have more seat time. But now I have a suspension to be maybe top 5. So right now, after I pay for the shop, so I have $3,700 in the race truck, and everybody else is running 15 grand. That's pretty good. So I do encourage the four-wheel racer that it is possible.
I gotta go drop this episode.
Just because I use parts doesn't mean they're bad parts. Maybe somebody's got a lot of money that can just throw a couple of your old stuff away. That's still good. So I want to thank Pete Vargas for helping me out with that deal. I'm sure he doesn't watch these, but somebody does, and I hope you relay the message that he did help out a bunch. So appreciate you, Pete. Stay tuned. We got a main event coming up, probably in about an hour. I am going to readjust the floats, and it's probably the back float more than the front float. So stay tuned. We're going to plan it.
Thanks for watching this live. Now we're going to go unlive. Logic. Now how do I go unlive?